up, Thumbers? Welcome back to another trailer reaction from Hyper Rabbit Power Go! We're very excited to be doing a trailer reaction for Pokemon Detective Pikachu official trailer number 2.
Woo!
We got the same crew here from last time. We waited tonight just so we could do it the same 4 people. But I'm excited about this. I'm coming into this being the normie who's like, I know Pokemon from the title and from games from when I was a kid. I don't know this Detective Pikachu game, though, so I don't know what to expect.
Yeah, and I've played through the game. I know you've watched the game, and Lucas is also...
I'm a big fan of, like, the original games, so I never played Detective Pikachu, the game, but I am a big fan of just, like, seeing these Pokemon come to life. I've wanted that my whole life.
We got a very diverse group of people.
We have, we run the gamut here.
Well,
everyone.
The thing I loved about the last trailer is if I am sort of a normie coming in, this, to me, in my opinion, is a perfect way to sort of introduce the regular audiences to what Pokemon is, and using Ryan Reynolds to kind of drive Detective Pikachu. And then you were saying that they actually explain a lot of, based on the game, why he can talk and the plot and all that sort of stuff. And I think that's a pretty cool way in.
That's what I'm really curious with this trailer is, are we going to get more of the story? Are we going to get more of, like, are we going to see if it follows more of the game, or if this is its own entity, which I'm really, really curious about.
I'm still waiting for a Snorlax because Snorlax is my favorite Pokemon, and it's the best. And there's a live-action Snorlax. I'm gonna lose my mind.
You guys were saying that like these Pokemon, they have like everyday jobs, right? And that's how they get like. That's how they use Pokemon in this world. What would Snorlax's job be? Did they cover this in the game?
He blocks the roads.
What if he's just like a mattress?
I would say if Snorlax, like, oh man, like maybe like your husband or your wife has gone to war and he's there to be the snuggle bear, you know? He's like, I got you. And he's like a
He's a stress ball.
I like to all my backstories for characters.
I think you're confusing Snorlax for Kaiju.
Yeah.
I think Snorlax's job is like, man, we got to close down this road. We got to do some road work on it.
Put a Snorlax up.
Yeah, exactly.
Instead of cones.
It's like no Pokeflutes allowed.
All right, shall we?
Let's watch
All right,
this.
let's do this.
Here we go.
So there I was.
Oh, so
Woke up with a
freaking
heavy
cute.
case of amnesia in the middle of nowhere. The only clue to my past is Harry's name and address inside this hat. So I made my way to the apartment, and that's when I found you and your stapler gun.
Stop talking! You're a hallucination!
You're a hallucination.
So
Classic.
You're a talking Pikachu with no memories who's addicted to caffeine.
I could stop whenever I want. These are just choices. Another round, extra shot, black as night. I don't know. Maybe Harry got in too deep. Mixed up the wrong crowd.
Dude, it looks so good.
Was that Melee? What was that? Oh.
You can talk to humans.
Was that Dragon Blast?
And if you want to find your pops, we're gonna need each other.
No, I don't need a Pokemon.
What about a world-class detective?
I love it.
It was a Snorlax!
Harry,
I'm so
still
happy.
alive. Case closed, but still open until I solve it. All right.
Oh, they're so
Here
cute.
it is. Harry
Love this
faked
song.
his own death, or somebody else faked Harry's death. Or
Hacker Ninja looks terrifying.
faked somebody else's death. That last one doesn't work
No.
at all.
Was that Pseudowood? That wasn't our Pikachu, by the way. That wasn't our Pikachu.
Now, obviously, I've dealt with this putz before, so I'll just do it again.
Oh, no.
Hey, bud. What are you doing?
Oh, no.
People are watching.
Oh, no.
Dude, Pikachu just said the H word.
Pikachu cussed. Oh. No. Oh.
Oh. What?
Twist. That's very twisted.
Holy
Dude,
shit.
they put Mewtwo in the movie.
Don't tell him that. Oh, he's on a bike. Quick, get in front of him. Stop. Oh, no. He's going down hard, Tim. Should have worn a helmet.
Oh my God.
We have so much to talk about.
Okay, so it looks like we're really following the plot of the movie with
Part of the game.
the game. Sorry, the part of the game with the dad missing.
Does Mewtwo show up in the game?
Okay, everyone, this is your spoiler warning. If you're watching this without sound, spoiler warning.
We're going to talk about Detective Pikachu the game.
We have to get into it. There's no getting around it. Okay, so Mewtwo is in the game.
Bye, Lucas.
If you don't want to hear, Amir, if you don't want to hear... All right, tight. Yeah. Okay. So Mewtwo is in the game, and nothing's actually confirmed. But Detective Pikachu has amnesia. And he's starting to get memories back throughout the game. And in these flashbacks or mementos or whatever it is, he sees a car crash. He sees his
Which
Henry.
we saw in the trailer.
He sees Henry's father, and he gets in the car crash, and he sees a Mewtwo, and a Mewtwo approaches in this vision. What does it mean? Is there something at the end of the game? I don't know if we should go there.
I don't think we should go there just in case it is the big twist in the game.
Yeah.
We will say, though, that, Mewtwo is in the game. Detective Pikachu does come across Mewtwo. However, this shot of Mewtwo looks very, very menacing, like he's coming out of some kind of power.
Looks like a bad dude.
He looks more evil.
He looks more evil because I'm wondering, but I also wonder if that's like a diversion.
I think so too, because like the Mewtwo in the game, in these flashbacks, that's when Detective Pikachu is just a normal Pikachu.
Yeah.
And then that's when, after this, somehow, right, he's able to...
Detective Pikachu.
He's Detective
I never
Pikachu.
thought I'd be so intrigued to watch a Pokemon movie.
Yeah.
But you
I'm all
explaining
in.
everything, I'm like, and seeing, a lot of those characters are characters that I have not seen since I was a kid and I played the games.
Oh
so
my
seeing
gosh.
Mewtwo, I'm like, oh, rad. They're pulling in like all the characters.
And the Machoke directing traffic.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
And the Snorlax, what was his job? We didn't see it. We didn't see what he was
Maybe
doing.
he was a roadblock
Okay,
right there.
I want to bring up something. All the Pokemon look normal except for that Flareon shot.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
something. What, can we go back to that Flareon?
Yeah,
he
that
just
felt
rested
computer
me.
generated.
Here's what my theory is that in the plot of Detective Pikachu, if you watch our first trailer reaction, there's that's Snorlax just sleeping.
He's just directing traffic.
That's Snorlax.
He's doing great.
I love that.
I love that.
That's a great use of...
I never thought Snorlax would be. I thought he'd be like skin, like kind of gross.
Yeah, he's
but
furry.
he's actually furry and
Yeah,
adorable.
yeah.
Same for Pikachu.
But in the game, someone's making something called R, which is a drug that is making Pokemon go wild. These are Pokemon that have been known to have a very natural and tame nature.
Yeah.
Like, for example, there's a Charizard. It's different in here, but there's a Charizard at an amusement park that's like good with kids, and like everyone loves to see this Charizard. And like this drug caused him to go on a rampage. So I'm assuming that
they're going to bring in the Charizard in the fighting ring in this movie, and it looks like the Greninja are affected. It looks like the Greninja kind of are like the henchman
They've got the
Pokemon.
R.
Yeah.
Okay, pause it. Look, there's the God Pokemon in the background.
Yep.
There's the two. Oh my gosh.
God. That's from Diamond and Pearl, and I always forget
There's
their name.
space and time, right?
Dialga and
there's something. This Flareon.
get-
There's something going on with this Flareon. Something is like the blue.
Yeah,
the blue.
it looks like a video game, whereas everything else...
Its eyes are possessed too.
Amir, I forgot the name of these legendaries. I'm just gonna drive me nuts. It's
Look it up on your phone.
I gotta look it up real quick. It's gonna drive me nuts.
Okay.
Yeah, its eyes. It's got this blue aura
So
around
it's got
it too.
this blue aura. Okay, they're using blue. I'm trying to see if we've got a
was
theme
that?
going on here.
Oh,
This is the
Greninjas?
Greninjas. They kind of look like the bad guys of the movie. I want to see this Mewtwo too. Does Mewtwo have the blue in his eyes? That's
I'm very
my
intrigued
theory.
by this like giant Pikachu balloon.
Oh, so go back really quick. Go back. So we see the shot of Pikachu using lightning thunderbolt. Our Pikachu can't use any
powers.
electric powers.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
He's a great detective instead.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's a normal
Cool.
Pikachu.
That's rad.
Or is it?
The balloon reminds me of Spider-Man 1.
Yeah, that's what I started thinking of.
Yeah.
Okay, the Apom looks crazy. So
This
I
bit
feel like
is
that's
so
feeding
funny.
into the R theory.
Get
Yeah.
me the hell out of here.
I know Pikachu cursed.
Hey man, it's just Ryan Reynolds in disguise. Don't be fooled.
But it's Pikachu. Pikachu cursed.
The one thing,
They all look so good.
yeah,
though.
that's what I was gonna say. I think the thing that I
Gosh,
like
the Charizard looks
that
great.
I like so much about the direction because I think they could have gone one of two ways, right? They could have made it just look CG without a lot of heavy texturing. Just incorporate it with people and kind of been like, this is just for Pokemon fans. So it's like you have to completely suspend your disbelief. And obviously, like, there is a level that you have to like sort of suspend your disbelief. But I think like still, even so, they did a really good job on the detailing with the texturing.
They've applied they've applied this style to the whole look of the film, so you kind of forgive it.
Yeah, exactly.
Those legendaries, I was right. The one that looks
Pause
like
it.
Yeah,
His
he's got
eyes
that
are
blue.
blue.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's using the R. They're using the R on Mewtwo. It didn't happen in the game. There's someone's controlling Mewtwo with the R.
We called it here. We called it
This
here.
is an exclusive. All other outlets, I feel like no one played the game.
Everyone's just like, hey, a new trailer. And I'm like, where's the context?
Oh,
We're like-
Mewtwo's eyes are pretty.
He's pretty evil.
Oh, he's got blue
Who got
eyes.
some
So do I.
blues?
And it's Dialga and Palkia.
What are their powers again?
I forgot. Oh, Dialga.
Are they time?
It was like time and
Space,
Yeah, because that's
right?
like the plot of Diamond
Yeah,
and Pearl,
Pearl.
which is pretty crazy. Anyways, that's pretty rad.
Boom, boom.
And here's another spoiler if you haven't played the game.
My God.
They use different methods to get the R into the systems of things. So one of the methods was for the Charizard, for example, was balloons, and that was a hot air balloon parade.
okay.
So I'm assuming that's gonna pop and like make a bunch of.
I was gonna
Pokemon go
say,
wild.
That's why the
wow.
Pikachu balloon bozo.
I was gonna say a
Yeah.
balloon shouldn't be that flammable. Not anymore.
Unless it's filled with drugs.
Oh no!
Those bad Poke drugs.
Also, Amelia and Mako
Yeah.
in the game, we're only getting Amelia, who looks like it's going to be a combination of both of them.
Yeah, and they're wheeling. It feels like it's really funny, giving me much more of a Misty vibe than
Yeah,
an
I totally
Amelia
agree.
or a Mako vibe, because we see she has red hair pulled up in a ponytail and carrying a Psyduck. So I wonder if
Yeah.
they're kind of playing into like, oh, here's
Interesting.
another Pokemon female character that you recognize.
Do you
Yeah.
think she's still going to be a reporter in this one, or is she?
I bet
a
you
private
she's.
eye?
I bet she's
mean,
like. I bet you she's a.
like a Lois Lane.
I'm
type.
calling. Yeah, I bet she's a Lois Lane
Yeah.
type, an undercover reporter. She's trying to get the scoop. That's why she has the aviators on. She's
Yeah.
trying to go undercover. This is my idea. This is my story. Hit is that she's gonna be stalking around. They're gonna think she's up to something, but then they're both gonna like crash into each other while they're trying to undercover something. She's trying to undercover something. They're gonna run into each other and be like, "Oh my gosh, no, you're a good guy. Let's work together."
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
how it's going to work. They're fun.
Writing.
That's so fun. Yeah, yeah. Man, there's so much I want to talk about in this movie, but I feel like I don't want to spoil it for people.
Well, I think that's the hard part, right? Is if you watch this trailer and you played this game, you want to kind of go through and break down every single thing, but you're also at the risk of like potentially spoiling the movie for people like me who have not played the game, or the people who are big fans of the property but
Yeah.
haven't
Well,
played the game
I
either.
feel
That
like-
is what is so fascinating, if I may, really quick. Because when you see when other video games are adapted to films, they're usually not following the plot of a game. They're usually using the
Their
game
own
as
story.
inspiration. Like the most recent Assassin's Creed film we got was not based off of any game. They created their own assassin. They created their own kind of storyline. This is what's super fascinating, and I'm wondering that this is going to turn the tide on video game films, in that, because for so long video game fans have been like, just give us the film.
Yeah.
That's what we
Yeah.
want.
Yeah.
And since Detective Pikachu is a very, very narrative story-based game, where it literally is like you just solve a few puzzles, and it's namely like a film game. I wonder, if we are really just getting the plot
Yeah.
and
That's
the
what it
story
seems
of
like.
Detective Pikachu, and
And-
it seems like that right now.
yeah, which
This
I'm
could be-
all about, because it's
it-
a good.
It's a
game.
good game.
This
It's a
could
good
be
story.
like, no pun intended, but like a huge game changer because
Still fun.
because like this doesn't happen. Like we don't have we talked about it last time. We don't really have good examples of a movie adapted from a game that went well. There are a couple. Like
I know people are gonna
Tomb
say,
Raider.
yeah.
Tomb Raider was
Tomb
pretty
Raider
good.
was,
There are a couple, but if this, like, the stories in games have been just getting dramatically better every year. Every year,
man.
more and more narrative games are coming out that are insane.
Red Dead
If
Redemption 2!
This one could pave the way, and studios could be like, okay, maybe this does work. Maybe we've just done a bad job in the past.
Yeah, it's trust that the source material is strong enough to carry itself, and that the story is there.
Yeah.
You can flesh it out like it looks like we're not getting maybe the like it's like the minor details. We're not getting
Yeah.
the Charizard
Yeah.
at the amusement park, but it looks like we're getting a Charizard
And like
kind
an
of cage
underground-
fight,
yeah,
like an
cage
underground Pokemon battle, which seems
Yeah.
super duper rad. Also, thus kind of aging up, not making the game very much for kids, for all ages. This film. Man, Pikachu cursed, and Pikachu done cuss,
Yeah,
and then
boy.
we have
I-
a very, very scary Pokemon battle. So it looks like we're trying to age it up for like the older Pokemon fans
Yeah.
too, who are like, this isn't just a kid's
And
game.
I strongly feel like we're not going to be getting things like Team Rocket or Team Aqua or
Don't need
anything
'em.
like that.
think it'd be
I
too
feel
much
like we
in the
would
first
get
movie.
it if they wanted to do a sequel to this. It could be like a post-credit scene where you see like a Team
Yeah.
Rocket
Oh
logo
my
or something.
gosh,
Yeah.
yes.
and that
It would just
lead into-
complicate this story. Like
Yeah,
it
it
needs to
doesn't
be a
need-
simple story.
Yeah,
We're
exactly.
just throwing Pokemon at us, and we're gonna love it.
Yeah.
The story needs to be very straightforward.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And put a little twist at the end.
I
like,
don't expect like that. I
Yeah.
don't think we're
Go into it
there
not
yet.
expecting. If it happens, maybe it's a nice little
Yeah,
surprise.
exactly, man.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'm stoked.
This looks amazing.
There
This
was
looks so
a-
fun.
There was
This
a
looks so fun.
Snorlax, dude.
This
Yeah.
just looks so fun.
Snorlax.
I love the
someone who, like-
Bulbasaurs. They're my favorite Pokemon.
Yeah,
they
and
look
as
so
someone who
cute.
like has not really been, I haven't really followed the brand in like 15, 20 years.
Yeah.
And I just kind of hear it like in passing from other people. But seeing this, I'm like, okay, cool. It's Ryan Reynolds. It's someone who I can connect with because I watch all of his movies. He's Deadpool, so I can kind of connect to that whole thing.
Yeah.
It just looks very entertaining and fun.
I just had a crazy weird idea. So we are getting a Pokemon Direct tomorrow, which is going to announce the new generation of Pokemon, the new starters, the new game.
Yeah.
Man, and this is probably me expecting too much of the Pokemon Company. What if they put the new generation starters in this film so that we get the announcement tomorrow, and then when this film hits theaters, we get to see.
It does kind of line up
That would
for
be
the
It seems
timeline.
it seems like a very, because this has all the generations in it. It seems
Yeah.
like.
It does. It's fascinating. It's incredible. They're giving
That'd be really cool.
They're giving a lot of content to people who to people who know the property and people who don't know it, and I think they're doing it in such a digestible way. This is a huge thing that we're tackling, and I think it's gonna impress people.
I have such high hopes.
Yeah, it looks so fun.
I'm very excited.
I'm excited. I can't wait.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great.
We might be, I think we're gonna. I don't know. We might be doing a thing tomorrow with that direct.
Yeah, do you
it's
guys
at 6 in the
wanna react
morning.
to it?
We don't know, but there might be. So,
If you're
should
watching
watch
this
that.
tomorrow, which is what's tomorrow? Wednesday, then I guess you'll just have to click around and find it because it'll probably be somewhere on the channel if we did it.
Yeah, exactly, man.
Boom. Guys, thank you so much for checking out our trailer reaction for Detective Pikachu. Let us know in the comments below what you thought about this amazing trailer. What are some of the other things that we couldn't cover that you found in the trailer? Super interested to hear what you guys think about this movie. Are you excited for it or not? Make sure you follow Hyper RPG here on YouTube. Subscribe, do all that good stuff, and we'll catch you guys in the next reaction.
Bye!